parents,
Yeah.
are both of them from Lambusi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both from
Through
Lambusi.
and through.
Through and through.
Okay.
They are both of the Dagari tribe.
Mm.
And they were peasant farmers.
Mm.
So I'm the last of 9 children.
Okay.
Yeah, and my parents, like I said, never been to school, didn't really see too much the value of school, but they tried to give us school.
Okay.
So we are the first generation to go to school, and of all my siblings, they gave everybody an opportunity, but only the very first and me, the very last, took up the opportunity.
The opportunity.
Yes.
But you said that your access to education was seasonal.
Yes.
How was that?
Yeah, it is something that you can only understand if you are in that neighborhood. So we had a practice where each is a typical farming society. So each family kept their own cattle and sheep. So my father also had some. And during the rainy season, you would act as a cowboy or a head boy, where you go take care of the cattle so that they don't go into people's farms. So during the rainy season, you don't go to school.
Okay.
Then during the dry season, the animals are allowed to do free range. Then you are allowed to go to school.
Okay.
So I was on, off in Kocha Primary School. I was not even sure exactly what class I was in because you go play around, come back until my elder brother came for me and took me to Pong Tamale.
Okay.
That's when I actually had proper formal education where the school was uninterrupted.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in Kocha,
Yeah.
what were your fond memories in Kocha?
Wow. So most of them will be farm related. They will be my cattle rearing related. But I think the most significant one of them is that I was so eloquent and loud as a child that my father's elder brother, they used to call me his radio.
Okay.
The man used to have a portable radio. So whenever he didn't have the radio, he would put me at the back of his bicycle and will chat up with me. So when he's driving, you can hear me conversing very loud with him. And he was polygamous. And then I remember anytime he had quarrels with the wives and then they starve him of food, he would call that they should bring me. And when they bring me, he would ask me before all the wives that if a man is having quarrels with the wife, what could be the cause? And then I respond that it is hunger. So this man would then clear his throat and tell the women, have you seen such wisdom in a small child? He is telling you something. So I think that's what I remember growing up then.
All right. So in Pontamale, you say that you were older than your classmates when you finally had to go to proper school.
Yeah.
At what age was that, and in which class did you start?
So when I got to Pontamale, I started in class 2, but I was older. I was like almost 10, and I was going to class 2.
Okay.
And because the earlier schooling in Kocha wasn't much, my elder brother kept me home and schooled me for a while before sending me to school. And as fate will have it, I started as class like class 2, older than everybody. But I was quite brilliant. I picked up very quickly. I was among the top in the class. They jumped me a few times, and I was there up to primary 5. And then I relocated to Accra because my brother went on a transfer. Yeah, and then I think in Pontamale, maybe the only thing I remember apart from this school was that we didn't have access to a lot of things like television and stuff like that. And we used to go watch TV through somebody's window, a black and white TV. And you have to bath and make sure you are not smelling, because sometimes when we are there watching, the daughter of this woman, sometimes we have to go fetch water for her before we are allowed to watch the TV through the window. Yes. And whilst we are watching, the daughter can just say, "Mommy, they are smelling," or they are making noise, and then just draw the curtain. And this was when they were playing a lot of football. I think that was Starlets 91 and Senegal 92. We went to watch these games through a black and white TV, and these were the obstacles we had. But that was Pontamale.
So you said that your most difficult moment growing up actually was at class 6.
Yes.
And that was when you were in Accra.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, when I came to Accra, it was tough. So I relocated to Accra after my brother had been here for a while. And when I got here, they sent me to Matters of Uganda Basic School.
Okay.
When I got to Matters of Uganda Basic School, I had to fit into the class. Academic wise, I had no challenges at all. But then the other aspect, finances, was a huge challenge. My brother would normally give me money, but it won't be enough. And he traveled a lot. He was a researcher. And so sometimes he'll be gone for like weeks. So I had to start doing manual jobs.
Yeah.
So I learned how to do shoe shine. I sold ice water. At the time, the ice water, we're selling it in cups.
Yeah.
And then later, we did what we call the penny before it came to this pure water. Yeah. So I did all of this, and I had to walk from Kolegono to Makola.
Goodness.
Yeah, to do my sales and come back, because you cannot afford to use the money to take care. And weekends I would work on somebody's piggery just to make ends meet. I'll go clean up the piggery, and then the guy will give me some money. Tuesdays, sometimes I miss school because there is a market, a popular market by us called Tuesday Market.
Okay.
So I used to push track. So you go there and you cut bags of maize for women who are making kenke. So you cut it to the grinding mill, and then they'll mill it for them. And in return, they would give you kenke, or they'll give you the water and the kenke, which the guys call tishinu.
Tishinu, yeah.
Yes. So those were what I was doing just to survive. So this occurred throughout from class 6 throughout to JSS 3 and even to SS. And every day that threat that I may drop out of school was very much in my mind, that I'll just leave because of school fees one day or the other. So those days were quite tough.
Were you ever sacked from school?
For fees, no. In secondary school, almost, but I used a few things to cover up. Because in secondary school, I was the school prefect, the head prefect. Even in Matters of Uganda, I was a head prefect when we were in JSS. And normally, when they are calling names of people who are owing fees, and then they see your name, yeah, it's embarrassing to call the head prefect before everybody. So the headmaster will just announce that SP, after this, come and see me. And then you go to the office and you talk it over.
At what point did you have to lie to your friends and the kenke seller that you were vegetarian?
Yes. Oh, that one. I had to. I mean, if you've grown up in a typical Gan community, you would understand that when the Gan women sell kenke, if you don't buy fish, they don't give you the black pepper. And sometimes they actually make it sad that the person selling the kenke is different from the person selling the fish. So the kenke person can give you the red pepper, but you won't get a black pepper.
Okay.
So to be able to get the black pepper, I told them, no, I don't take fish. I don't take any form of meat. And then, so then they'll give my kenke and add the black pepper. And in school, and I used to usually go and give the kenke women money ahead of time, because when I'm able to sell water and I made money, I can pay for a bowl of kenke per day for
2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks. So I give it to the woman ahead, so that I know that at least every day I'll get one bowl of kenke to survive.
Without fish.
And then my colleagues soon caught up and understood that, oh, Titus is a vegetarian, so he doesn't take fish, doesn't take meat. Yeah, but I knew that it was more deeper than that. So that was that bit.
So are you a vegetarian?